Good morning and welcome to Pike Creek Farm. It's Saturday and I've got laundry going and picked up some groceries and stocked up on the sugar that I keep up here. And I went to get brown sugar and they're like out of brown sugar, and even their sugar is low. Like they substituted Domino's for the Walmart brand. So that was a little concerning to me. So I've been going through a lot of sugar with canning and all, so I'm going to have to stock up on some more to make sure that we have enough. But I just wanted to get on quick today and let you know what my plan is for this weekend. I am up here in the corner. I'll show the veggie box I got yesterday, and these boxes are $15. This week I wasn't charged because my husband does trapping for them, and the raccoons were finding their pumpkins to be really tasty. So we got rid of some of the raccoons. I shouldn't say we. Jim got rid of the raccoons. But one of the things I got in the box is, he said this is a spaghetti squash. I've never seen one like this shape. Usually they're, oval. Like this with the long. So I was looking up, and this is like a hybrid, and it's like an angel hair one. So I hope it's that when I open it up and go to roast it. But I got a lot of corn, as you'll see up there, and a lot of tomatoes. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with some of that. We've been getting 6 to 8 ears of corn every week. I bought corn to freeze and to can. So I know we probably won't eat all these ears that we got yesterday fresh. So I got out my favorite canning book, and I went to the one jar of vegetables, and there's one for Mexican corn, and it just makes 4 pints. So that's, enough just to add some more to my pantry. But it's 3 cups of corn and onion and bell pepper, and I received all those things yesterday. And then salt and dried oregano and cumin or ground chipotle powder. And I do have some smoked jalapeno powder, and then I love cumin. And there's chicken or vegetable broth you can put it in, or you could use hot water. So I think I'm going to make a batch of this. It is pressure canned, and I'll bring you along on it. But I liked this idea. It says, you can just open it up and, it's Mexican corn. But they suggested, you brown ground beef or turkey and stir in a jar of this and some beans. And then I would add some tomato sauce to it for a quick chili. And I thought, oh, that sounds really good. So that's on the plan for this weekend. The other thing is we have some pear trees. I'm going to take you out and show you our pear trees. And they are overloaded. And they're old pear trees. They're not big pears, but I think I'm going to do up some brown sugar pears. And then I was reading about pear honey. Might do that, or pear butter, but I'll do it in small jars this time, or pear sauce. My granddaughter might like pear sauce, and everyone says that's good. So going to experiment a little with some of the pears, because we have deer and chickens that will eat them, but I don't mind sharing, but I want us to have some of the bounty too. So I'll take you out in the garden and show you our pear trees and our other fruit trees. My husband spent this week really pruning the trees up and getting the branches where we couldn't walk under and getting out a lot of the dead branches. So I'm excited for next year. And so pears and corn are on the schedule for canning. It's just been a different week. My daughter is moving like an hour away, and the last day of her job was Friday. She hadn't planned on leaving yet, but they decided that since she was moving and they were slow there, it'd be a good time, and she'll have time then to look for a job and to move. And it was under good circumstances, and they took care of her, but at first it was, a shock. And Tuesday we have to go to Ann Arbor. My daughter has had cancer for 12 years. Some short remissions. She's on immunotherapy once a month, and it's keeping it under control. And, there's one little spot that hasn't changed in several years, but they don't want to take her off the treatment. So it's a scan on Tuesday. So I'm not sure if you ever heard of the term scanxiety. Well, with all the changes going on, I definitely have some of that, but I'm going to trust in God, and I'm going to give it over to Him. And that's what we've been doing, and he's been taking wonderful care of her, and he has, it'll be okay no matter what it is. But anyway, I'm going to take you out and show you our pear trees. So this is the one tree, and my husband, it's really getting old and he's afraid it's going to fall over. But you can see it's just loaded with pears. So he was trimming off some of the branches that were dead, take away some of the weight. The chickens come out here every night and eat pears, and there's deer in here every night. So yeah, they're still firm, but they are ripe. This tree here is a yellow cherry. And we have a black cherry there. Here's another kind of, here's Missy. Missy, what are you doing, huh? You gonna get a pear? She likes to eat the pears. This tree, I'm not sure what kind of pears these are. I'm not good with that. Look at all the bees. So I wore my boots to protect my feet. These ones are like overripe. They've gone yellow, so they're pretty soft. There's some that are, like this one's good. And this pear tree has little pears, but they're really in good shape and tasty. Missy likes them. Let me show you something on this tree. But look how, oops, I keep blocking the camera. I apologize. Just look how many pears there are. And let me see if I can you see the rock that's growing into that tree? There's Missy eating the pear. So I'm gonna come out with a bucket and pick some of these pears. Obviously I won't get all of them. And between today and tomorrow, I'm going to can Mexican corn and pears.